Hello YouTube, it is me, Raina, and I am back. So I'm here to give you the info on the GMMTV lineup. Now I'm only talking about the GLs here. If you want BLs, you can find someone else's channel and look at the GMTV YouTube. Now what was interesting about this year is that they said they're going to break it up into sections. And so they did the GL part first. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, we might be getting way more than I thought. And we did. So in all, we have 8 GLs. Some I knew a lot. I was surprised. Some new love teams here, y'all. So here we go. Let me give you the rundown of all the GLs that they announced this year. So first up was Milk Love. They have Ditto, the series. This has been heavily speculated to be either Namtan Film or Emmy Bonnie, but now it is Milk Love. It's about basically a ballet dancer who unfortunately injures herself and falls for a flight attendant. Milk plays twins in this series. From what I've seen, one is good and one is bad. And there's this whole kind of machinations of Paploy's character being the villain against Love's character. I'm not sure why. But yeah, this is a romance drama. This is a first for Milk Love. It looks very serious. It's a natural progression from, what they've done before. And I'm happy that Milk Love are continuing to get more adult roles and serious roles. And look, I loved 23.5. I love Well Store. But I'm loving that GMTV is letting them mature into more mature roles. So I'm looking forward to this one. Next was a surprise for me. Bake Love Feelings, starring View Mim. Now, if you saw my previous video, I thought that this was going to be Jan Paploy, considering Paploy played Noe in Well Store. And so we all thought, oh, it's going to be a sequel series. But no, it's View Mim. View is playing Noe, and Mim is playing Cheese. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay. This took me by surprise. And, it was announced that Bake Love Feelings was bought by somebody. So now we know it's, GMTV. It's romantic comedy. It gives you the same feeling as Well Store. Of course, it's the sequel to the story. And I think maybe the reason why they went and got this for View Mim, because this is connected to Well Store, and you want to give View Mim the spotlight. And I think having Milk Love there from Well Store would kind of overshadow them. So in this one, they do have Juan in here, who was originally played by Milk in Well Store, obviously. So I could see why they, if this was intended for Paploy and maybe they changed it along the way, month ago or whatever. But anyway, it looks cute. It fits their characters. I think this will be a great starting point for View Mim when they start their own series. Next is another surprise. I did not expect this at all. A GL called Wish Upon a Star. This stars Pan and Fawn. Information, if I mispronounce anyone's name, I am so sorry. This is like a time travel GL. We've seen this already a couple times with Reverse with Me and Reverse for You. But this is not by the same author. This is a totally different author. Basically, this is like a almost, it seems like coming of age. The two girls start out in high school and get to know each other when they grow up. And then Pan's character dies and the other girl reverses time to save her life, basically. So another time travel GL. Very interesting. I did not expect Pan to be in a GL. I'm going to be real with you. She's one of the younger artists at GMTV. She joined only a couple years ago. She's been like an MC for the longest time I've seen her. She was also in Leap Day. She was good in that. So having her in a GL is a welcome surprise. Unfortunately, I don't know the other girl, but hey, I'm interested in getting to know her also. They seem to have a very nice, cute chemistry. Once again, this was a good starter for these two as a new GL love team. Now, next is going to be my highly anticipated, y'all should not be surprised, it is Emmy Bonnie. This one surprised me too. So they got one called Moon Shadow. So Bonnie plays a musician, surprise, surprise. and Emmy plays, I'm guessing like her manager, or it seemed like she is auditioning or trying out for something, but then they get into this, situationship, if I may say, where Bonnie is her sugar baby. They say that in the pilot, and they go at it. They go at it hard, and I was very happy to see that. And then, to my surprise, Film is in this, and she's playing Emmy's ex-girlfriend. When I tell you, I wanted to scream, but I did not want anyone to know if I'm being hurt or whatever. But I was taken aback. Emmy, Bonnie, and Film. Oh my God, a love triangle going back and forth, and Bonnie's character is like wanting to be more to Emmy than just, a one night stand or, situationship. And then Emmy's character seems to be content with not having a committed relationship, like very aloof, very Sandry. Emmy plays that well, but it's different here. And oh my God, this looks good. This is and it's directed by the same woman, P. Fawn, who did Us the series. I think this is a very great, different turn for everybody. It's not too hard. It's not too out of nowhere. It feels just right for them. So I'm very excited for that one. Next is Enemies with Benefits. Now, this has been theorized to be this couple, that couple, and this is one probably the biggest surprise to me of all of them. This stars Jane and Jing Jing. Now, I was thinking, all last week and this week, I've ever since I saw Jing Jing in Wells Store, I wanted her to be in the GL, but I was so gung ho of like Jane and Ploy being in Bake Love Feelings, and Jing Jing kind of being left out, and I was like, who would she be paired up with? I don't know, but this surprise, when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, wait, this plot sounds familiar. And I was like, wait a minute, is this enemy? And they got Enemies with Benefits. Oh my God. Previously, they starred in Hide and Sis as sisters. But now they ain't sisters in this. I can tell you that much because, oh my God. I was not expecting this. This run really surprised me. I think this is my second most anticipated show. It looks fun. It looks sexy. And this also has Kapuk and Cicey in it. So I'm just over the moon, and I cannot wait for this one. So yeah, that one was great. Next is June Munich Loves Echo. This one seems to be about Munich's character has either hearing loss or is hard of hearing. It's not quite sure, and somehow June is involved in that. And it seemed like this one also goes through like some time. They meet each other earlier, then they kind of fall off, and they meet each other in the future and all that stuff, and they come back together and they love each other. And so, and I love seeing like sign language. I'm not sure what it's called in Thai. Is it called Thai sign language? I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm liking that we're seeing that representation of hearing loss, of hard of hearing. We see Munich having a hearing aid, and like I said, we see sign language. So, and the way it's filmed is giving like realistic. And I think this type of plot fits them perfectly. I can see it plays into their strengths as not only actresses, but as a love team. So there's that. And this next one, I'm going to admit, Oxytocin. This series is called. It's a GL series, an ensemble GL series. I don't know any of these young girls. This takes place in the high school, and it's giving, to me, aesthetically, at least, to me, it's giving like Skins. If you know Skins UK, that show from a long time ago. I know I'm old. And Scam, once again, if you know that show, I'm old. It's giving like Gel Boys, like realistic teen coming of age angst, like early or late Gen Z going really into Gen Alpha, that type of feel coming of age. And I've wanted this for GL for the longest time because I really enjoyed Gel Boys. I really love I Told Sunset About You, and I've wanted this for GL, so this might be it. So I'm really intrigued by this, how it was filmed. Like I said, aesthetically is giving that to me. So That's great. And the last one I assumed that they were going to do was for Namtan Film. Now, this one confused me a little bit, and I had to think about it. It's giving romance, drama, thriller, which I think Namtan Film excels at. That's what was giving you in Pluto. This show is called Her, or He, Her. Follow me. So it seems like, from my understanding, that the character that Junior plays, he's an actor who's in the trailer, obviously, and it seems like he's being betrayed by, assuming, a rich family, and so he transitions into a woman who is Namtan's character to enact revenge on the family, but along the way, Namtan's character falls in love with Film's character, and shenanigans ensue. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not well versed in Thai queer media at all. I don't know the history of trans rep in Thailand at all. So I'm not going to speak on that, because all over the world, when it comes to queer media and trans media, I mean, it goes into there. It's different everywhere with how people refer to the queer community and how the queer community refer to themselves. It's different all over the world, okay? I'm just putting that out there, that I understand that wholeheartedly. I'm not here to be judge, jury, and executioner. But I am a Westerner. I am, from America, unfortunately. And I know the history of trans media here. If you want to know that, go on Netflix, watch Disclosure. But anyway, there are certain tropes in this that lean a certain way that can be problematic. Once again, I know nothing about trans rep and Thai media. I really do not. If y'all do, leave it down in the comment section. I want to be educated, please. Now, we know pilots can change from now until they're filmed. Whole plot lines can change. Whole characters can change. We've seen that time and time again with many of these shows. Now, this does have Snap 25, who also did Pluto. And so I do have trust in that. But still, even though this plot is intriguing and it's different for a GL, and I know BL is dipping into other stuff that's way different than what they're used to. This could skirt many places. I'm not entirely sure. I'm very tentative on this one, but I'm willing to give it a go and see if things stay the same or change or whatever. I just want to trust in the process for now. I get people's apprehension. I get their criticism of whatever this plot line is. But we'll just have to see when it comes out, whatever time next year. So, yeah, there's that. But all in all, I am so happy that we have 8 GLs. This exceeded my expectations. They're all different in varieties, different in, couples and storylines and tone and mood. I'm happy that GMTV finally realized that GL is the new wave. So, leave your comments down below. What's your highly anticipated? What are you questioning? And have a good time. Bye, YouTube.